video, and today we'll be taking a look at the S.H.Figuarts Avengers Infinity War Iron Man Mark 50 with the Tamashii Nation stage or stand. So let's get into it. So taking a look around the packaging, on the front you get the Iron Man name right there with a brief description on S.H.Figuarts and the Iron Man helmet itself all in gold foil. On the top you get the Avengers A logo, Infinity War logo, and the name of the figure. Same thing on this side and this side. On the back you get some pictures on the figure itself and the accessories included right there, and a brief description, so pause if you want to read that. And on the bottom of the packaging, Avengers Infinity War UPC. Scan if you want it, and without further ado, let's get into it. Doing some size comparisons, here is S.H.F. Iron Man next to the previous two Marvel Legends Mark 50, Thanos and Spider-Man from Homecoming or that 2-pack, a couple of Avengers, a couple of comic book characters, and the Hulkbuster. Now for Iron Man's accessories, he comes with 3 pairs of hands here. So first off, you get these like saluting hands or flying hands, so you can get them in some flying poses or some saluting poses here. So those are good for that. Next up, he comes with a pair of relaxed hands. Now these relaxed hands can be used just for like standing poses or some like poses from Iron Man 2, if you know about that, or some dynamic poses. So that's what you can get with that. And last but not least, he comes with 1 pair of Repulsor Blast hands. Now these hands are a little bit different because the peg hole itself or the sculpt is kind of slanted up, so you can get that full Repulsor Blast look. But he also comes with 2 pairs of Repulsor Blast effects. So he comes with long ones right here and some short ones right here. Along with those Repulsor Blast effects, he has the boot thrusters right there, so that's what they look like, and they have pegs on them, so they just attach on the bottom of the feet right here. And if you want to get the full effect, so that's what it looks like with all the effects on the Iron Man figure, which look pretty cool. And some more poses with the different Repulsor Blast effect or the longer Repulsor Blast effects. Now, if you don't like the Repulsor Blast, he also comes with these 2 Nano Weapons that are freaking amazing. They're nicely sculpted, nicely painted, and detailed. We see this one used on Drax as well for a brief moment. I don't really see this one, or I haven't seen this one. We probably have, but probably for like a brief second. But taking a look at this one, this kind of an electric cannon here that he used, you can take it apart and remove that blue translucent piece if you don't like. It's just pegged on like so. But yeah, if you want to have a kind of a deactivated look to it, that's what that looks like. It looks kind of hollow, so that's why I use the blue translucent piece. But removing both of the pieces, it's attached to this arm here, which has a ball peg, and it's painted and detailed as well. I don't know why they went with that. Probably for a future weapon kit upgrade. They have plans for that. That's why it's all painted. But yeah, so that's what that looks like. Now attaching it to the arm here, it only fits on the right arm here. It does have a specific peg, so it can only fit on that arm. I know in the movie he used his left arm to use it against Drax here, but there's only a specific peg and it can only fit onto his right arm here. But yeah, that's what that looks like. Now for his other arm cannon, he has a ball peg right there, so you could put any of the hands here that you get with this figure. So this is what it looks like with the relaxed hand. Same thing with the other arm cannon, just pop off the arm and attach the arm cannon on. It's pretty simple like so. And the different hands here, you can have the fist, the kind of straight or saluting hands, or even the Repulsor Blast hand, which You can make it work and put the effect piece if you want, but you can't put the effect piece in the cannon itself. But I don't know why. That would be cool if they did. And finally, here is the stand here, the Tamashii stage stand here. It comes in this nice kind of translucent black plastic. Kind of looks brown on camera, but you can put his accessories in here. It also does come with the arm, so you just attach it to any one of these 3 holes right here. And he does come with the cradle here. You can remove the little clamp pieces to move it to the other regular clamp, which doesn't have the cradle thing here for his little crotchy area. But so that's that. So that's what it looks like with the cradle and the clamp, like so. And he also comes with this little red little hole here, which on the back of the Iron Man figure, remove a little piece back there and attach the little red piece on it, and you attach the peg onto this red piece hole here. I don't know why they did this. It doesn't even hold that well, so I just attached the peg directly into the hole without using the red piece. And you can see right there, it just falls out really easily, and it's just disappointing. Now, if you have the Stage Act 4 stand, you could actually attach it onto this Avengers Infinity War stand. So if you don't want that logo on there, you can have the option to do so. So yeah. So taking a closer look at Iron Man here, starting off with the head sculpt. Really do like this head sculpt. It's very accurate to the movie. The paint job on this figure, it's amazing. It's painted cleanly. I'm always used to the QC problems of Hasbro figures, since this is my first S.H.Figuarts figure. Now, the reason why I bought this figure is because it looked like the most accurate Iron Man figure they put out. The previous one, which I think was Civil War, that one looked like crap. Personally, to me, the proportions look off, and it just didn't look like in the movie, except Infinity War. When it came to Infinity War and S.H.Figuarts released their Iron Man figure from Infinity War, I just had to buy it. I waited it out, and I finally pulled the trigger and actually got this figure, and I'm not disappointed. However, there are some gripes that I have to say with this figure, which I'll mention later on in the video. But just looking closely at this, there's so many intricate details, and the paint job is, like I said before, it's painted cleanly. And you can see there are some gaps here which have minor gripes, but it doesn't bother me that much. But you could see, just moving the torso here, you could see some of that intricate details. Moving the legs here, you could see the ball joint itself right there, and the leg is sculpted. And the paint job right here is clean on the calves here, or near the knees. You see some detail in there. And looking around here on the calf, really like the silver, painted cleanly as well. And you can see there's some holes here on his feet, and his feet are also die cast, which is a nice touch. And I think that's the only thing that's die cast about this figure, are the feet. So yeah. And at the bottom, he does have peg holes, but only for the blast effect pieces. So that's Iron Man. Now for Iron Man's articulation here, starting off with the head and the neck. The head and the neck move up that far, so you can do some flying poses, no problem whatsoever right here. And he can look downward that much, like so, which is amazing on these figures. Also has no problem tilty shifty head movement, side to side, very dynamic, and like so. And no 360 at the head, but he can look off to the side like so. So that's what that looks like. And his arms here, they do rotate all the way around. They can go outward that far, more than 90 degrees, but not inward that much. That was one of my minor gripes. Also has a butterfly joint, has a 360 shift up and down as well. His arms can cross forward that far, or move forward that far, and back this much. Trying to kind of exaggerate it here. Pretty decent right there. He also has a bicep swivel, which does rotate all the way around. Double jointed elbows, which has nice range right there. His wrists here are on ball pegs, so they just rotate all the way around, and have a little bit of wobblage right there, which is okay. Now the chest here, chest itself bends forward. There's also a joint or a hinge at the hip. Same thing, there's the torso and here's the hip, so you can get more range right there. Now if you want to, you can pop this up and get more range right there. I do notice when you move it back, it kind of extends the joint even more. So that's that, exposing more detail and possibly get him into some flying poses, and just collapsing that back together hides those extra details. Same thing with the legs, you shift them down so you can make him kick forward pretty far, so he can sit down like so. And just exaggerating here a bit, while the legs are still folded down, he can kick back pretty far, which is amazing. No one would ever do this with an Iron Man figure, because it seems virtually impossible in real life to do as well in an iron suit. But that's that. He also has a ball joint right here at the upper part of the torso, so he can move side to side, up and down, and 360, little wiggle room right there. And pushing that back up like so. Moving down to the knees here, double jointed knees. Would have been nice if he got more range on that, but that's okay. Now moving down to the feet here, rotation at the ankle, feet bend down that far, and like so, up that much, which is nice for dynamic poses. And he also has the ankle pivot, and one nice feature that they included is a toe articulation, which I like. And doing the ankle pivot test. Oh yeah, before that, here's the splits. And the test, he is good to go. So taking an even closer look at Iron Man here, starting off as usual, popping off the head, looking inside, like so. You got the ball hole, the ball peg itself. It's interesting that they use two ball pegs, I'm guessing to get that dynamic range on the figure. And just using one of the Marvel Legends head sculpts here of Tony Stark, you could see it does kind of work. The head is a little bit on the big side here, but that is okay. You can make that work if you want to. Now attaching the head back on. One of the minor gripes I have with the head sculpt here, or the QC problems, there is a little bit of a dent in the eyebrow portion of it. You can see right there. It's a little dented up right there, which is quite unfortunate. On the chin here, there's a seam line right there. Same thing on the back here, but that's okay. Looking at this piece right here, just itself, removing that piece, you can see it's painted silver on the inside, which is a nice touch. See the peg right there, like so. Now looking at the arms here, actually, or inside the armpit, you can see some of that silver paint job, which is nice. On the elbows here, some line work in there. There's that hole again. I'm guessing this joint right here itself is die cast, so that's why there's a hole there. You can see how those line up together on the arm guards there, which are just amazing. Nice attention to detail. See the arc reactor. Now the torso here, just moving this around, just how that mechanism works. You could see this kind of abdomen back piece right here, this whole middle section of the torso here kind of moves itself, and moving the chest itself, it kind of scratches that little silver bit right there, which I showed, which is another minor gripe that I have, which is quite unfortunate. But moving this up and down, you can see the arc reactor as well, and being hidden and being shown as well. So yeah, really like that. And you can see that piece again scratches up on that silver piece, which is it's just annoying. But showing you the mechanisms down here in the legs, shifting that down. You can see the ball joint on the upper thigh right here, how that works, which I showed before. This little piece right here, this little little upper thigh piece is actually made out of a soft rubbery plastic, which is nice, so it wouldn't be scuffed up that easily. And bending the knees here, you can see a lot of line work going through and a lot of silver that's painted, which is nice as well. Now attaching one of the arm cannons back, just showing you how that looks up close and how it looks around the figure like so, and just showing you the range. You can get the same amount of range as the regular arm here like so, and just attaching the other arm cannon. You can see how the peg hole it's shaped, and attaching that, and bending the elbow, showing you the range that you can get. So that's how much range you can get, which is a little bit less, and you can see right there. And rotating it out, you have to actually rotate the bicep there so you can have it pointed straight like so. So that's what that looks like. And just showing you what it looks like, removing these two little arm pieces, attaching a fist and putting them back on. That's what it looks like with that whole situation, which I think looks alright if you're getting some detailed shots. And if you want, you could attach the blue translucent piece back while the fist is still attached to the arm, and have that all situation going like so. I don't know, just sort of something to test out. And one last thing to mention, the arm here is made out of a soft rubbery plastic. I don't know for you collectors out there if that's a deal breaker or not. Just one thing to mention and one thing to look out for. Yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell, turn on notifications because there are more videos coming. I just finally found the Silver Surfer, so be on the lookout for that video tomorrow. I usually post around 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, or that's 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, all in all, I really do like this figure. This figure is such a fun figure to pose. With the minor gripes like the arms can't move down all the way. It's not a deal breaker, but other than that, the scuffing on the back here when articulating is kind of annoying when you're actually posing this figure, so you have to be careful on that, not scuffing up the paint like I did already. But he is a fun figure to pose with his minor gripes here and there, and minor problems here and there as well. But all in all, he is a great figure. It's very accurate to the movie, and I can't wait to get the nanotech version accessories or add-ons, or hopefully it's a add-on accessory kit and not a whole separate figure. But we'll see. Just let me know in the comments if you know. So yeah, that is it guys. Hope you guys like it. Arolf Mora. Signing out. Peace.